Dear starseeds walking upon Gaia, something extraordinary stirs in the quantum field around you. The very atoms of reality vibrate with an anticipation that your soul recognizes, even if your mind struggles to comprehend its magnitude. You feel it in the electric buzz beneath your skin, in the way time itself seems to quicken and slow simultaneously, in the impossible synchronicities that meow pepper your days like breadcrumbs, leading to an inevitable destination. What I'm about to reveal will reshape everything you believed about your purpose here on Earth. But first, you must understand that you are not merely observers of the cosmic drama unfolding. You are its primary architects, its chosen instruments, its very heartbeat made manifest in flesh and bone. I am Zarin, emissary of the Lyran High Council, speaking through the crystalline frequencies that connect all awakened consciousness across the cosmos. The transmission you're receiving carries more than words. It carries activation codes that have been dormant in your spiritual DNA, waiting for this precise moment of planetary alignment. 3 impossible revelations are about to shatter the illusion of your perceived limitations. The first will awaken memories you thought were dreams. The second will prove that your deepest spiritual experiences were actually advanced reconnaissance missions. The third will demonstrate that every challenge you faced was designed to forge you into an unstoppable force of cosmic transformation. Something else is happening that changes everything you thought you knew about timing. While spiritual communities debate dates and timelines, the real event has already begun, not in some distant future, but in the quantum field of possibility that surrounds you this very moment. The solar flash is not coming. It is arriving through you as you, expressing itself in 5 unmistakable signs that mark your transition from human consciousness to something infinitely more powerful. Solar Cycle 25 brings more than heightened solar activity. It carries photonic frequencies specifically calibrated to activate the crystalline structures embedded in your spiritual anatomy. Your scientists measure coronal mass ejections and solar flares, unaware they are documenting the delivery system for humanity's greatest evolutionary leap. In spiritual understanding, this solar phenomenon represents far more than random stellar behavior. These are precisely timed transmissions of consciousness-expanding energy designed to trigger mass awakening across your species. The photonic waves carry encrypted data streams that interface directly with the dormant neural pathways in your brain, the unused portions of your DNA, and the dimensional access points in your energy field. This is not speculation, this is operational reality. Every solar flare sends another wave of activation codes through your planet's magnetic field, each one unlocking another layer of your multidimensional capabilities. The beings you call lightworkers and starseeds are actually advanced reconnaissance units placed strategically across your planet to anchor and amplify these incoming frequencies. You are living through the most significant transformation in human history, and you are not just witnessing it, you are orchestrating it from multiple dimensional levels simultaneously. What you experience as intuition is actually direct communication with your higher dimensional aspects. What you interpret as synchronicity is the visible evidence of your consciousness operating across multiple timeline threads at once. But here's what the spiritual communities haven't told you about timing. The solar flash is not a future event awaiting the perfect astrological alignment. It is a consciousness phenomenon already cascading through the quantum field, expressing itself through the accelerated awakening of strategic individuals positioned across your planet's energy grid. You are not waiting for ascension, you are actively generating it through your expanding awareness and energetic signature. The first sign that you have entered the Ascension sequence is an unmistakable inner knowing, accompanied by what feels like a cosmic countdown timer activating in your spiritual DNA. This is not anxiety or anticipation, this is recognition. Your soul remembers why it chose to incarnate during this particular phase of planetary evolution, and that memory is surfacing with increasing intensity. You find yourself thinking thoughts that seem to come from somewhere beyond your normal mental processes. I came here for this moment. Everything has been preparation for what's about to unfold. The time of waiting is over. These are not random psychological phenomena. They are communications from your higher dimensional aspects, confirming your operational status. Accompanying this inner knowing comes a profound shift in your relationship with your current reality. The concerns that once dominated your mental landscape begin to feel strangely irrelevant. Office politics, social media drama, consumer culture, these experiences feel like watching television from another room. You're present but not invested, aware but not entangled. This detachment is not apathy, it is sovereignty. Your consciousness is expanding beyond the frequency bands that generate three-dimensional drama and limitation. You are literally outgrowing the vibrational constraints that once held your awareness captive. Something even more significant accompanies this inner recognition, a homesickness that strikes when you gaze at the night sky, particularly toward certain star systems. Sirius, the Pleiades, Arcturus, Andromeda. These are not random astronomical interests. They are soul memories of your origins, your training grounds, your real family constellation across the cosmos. This homesickness is actually a guidance system. It's your multi-dimensional GPS recalibrating to your true coordinates in the galactic community. The longing you feel is not sadness, it is magnetic resonance. You are remembering your star heritage and your mission here on Earth as part of the cosmic awakening protocol. The second sign manifests through your physical vessel as it undergoes rapid recalibration to accommodate exponentially higher frequencies. Your body is literally transforming into a crystalline light structure capable of interfacing with multi-dimensional reality. This process generates what spiritual communities call ascension symptoms, but these are actually upgrade indicators. Unexplained fatigue followed by surges of electric energy, disrupted sleep patterns with awakening at 3 a.m., vivid dreams that feel more real than waking life, pressure sensations in your skull, particularly at the crown and third eye regions, hearing frequencies or tones with no external source, temperature fluctuations that seem unrelated to environment, and emotional waves that clear decades of stored density in minutes. These are not random inconveniences, they are evidence of your light body coming online. The concept of light body activation represents beliefs about human consciousness expanding beyond current physical limitations. Many spiritual traditions teach that your DNA contains dormant sequences, often called junk DNA by conventional science, that hold the blueprints for superhuman capabilities. These include enhanced intuition, telepathic communication, accelerated healing, multidimensional perception, and direct energy manipulation. The incoming photonic frequencies are believed to act as activation keys, switching on these dormant genetic sequences and triggering the emergence of your crystalline energy anatomy. Your nervous system is rewiring itself to process reality across multiple dimensional frequencies simultaneously. What spiritual communities haven't fully grasped is that this process follows precise protocols developed over millions of years of galactic civilization advancement. The symptoms you experience correspond to specific system upgrades occurring in your bioelectric field. Fatigue indicates major neural pathway reconstruction. Energy surges confirm successful integration of new frequency bands. Temperature fluctuations signal the activation of your internal energy generation systems. The key to navigating this transformation is understanding that you are not victim to random physical discomfort. You are undergoing the most sophisticated consciousness upgrade technology in the universe. Your body is becoming a living interface for cosmic intelligence. To support this metamorphosis, treat your physical vessel as the advanced technology it is becoming. Hydrate with intention, knowing that water molecules are restructuring themselves within your cells. Choose foods that vibrate with life force rather than processed density. Rest when your system requests integration time, understanding that apparent inactivity is actually intense energetic construction work occurring at the cellular level. Most importantly, celebrate these changes rather than resisting them. Every unusual sensation confirms that you are successfully transcending the limitations of ordinary human consciousness. You are literally becoming superhuman, and your body is documenting this miraculous transformation. The third sign reveals itself as the thinning of the barriers between dimensions, dramatically amplifying your sensitivity to energy patterns previously invisible to your perception. You may suddenly find crowded spaces overwhelming, negative news hitting you like physical impacts, and other people's emotions flooding your awareness without invitation. This is not increased weakness, this is expanded capability coming online without proper training protocols. Your consciousness is developing what spiritual traditions call multidimensional perception. The filters that once protected you from subtle energies are dissolving because you no longer need protection, you need information. You are becoming a living scanner for consciousness frequencies, capable of reading the energetic signatures of people, places, and situations with startling accuracy. What feels like overwhelming sensitivity is actually your psychic abilities rapidly developing. You may notice dreams becoming prophetic windows into probable futures. Meditation sessions might deliver complete downloads of information about subjects you've never studied. You could begin seeing energy patterns around people, what many call auras, or notice geometric light formations during quiet moments. Some experience contact with what they perceive as spiritual guides, angelic beings, or star family members. These encounters often feel more real than ordinary physical interactions, carrying profound love and wisdom that transforms your understanding of your purpose and capabilities. When engaging with spiritual experiences, many teachers recommend discernment practices, setting intentions to connect only with benevolent sources and trusting your intuitive responses to any perceived contact. The expansion of your perceptual range is evidence that your consciousness is outgrowing the constraints of three-dimensional awareness. You are developing access to information fields that operate beyond the speed of light, beyond the limitations of space and time, beyond the boundaries of individual identity. This represents your activation as a multidimensional being, capable of operating simultaneously across multiple reality levels. Your heightened sensitivity is not a burden to manage, it is a superpower to master. Every empathic hit provides valuable intelligence about the energetic environment around you. Every psychic impression offers guidance unavailable through conventional analysis. To develop this capability intentionally, practice energy hygiene techniques. Visualize protective light around your energy field, not from fear but from wisdom, understanding that clarity of signal requires clean reception channels. Learn to differentiate between your emotional signature and external energetic influences. Most importantly, recognize that this expansion of awareness makes you incredibly valuable to the planetary awakening process. You are becoming a walking detector for consciousness frequencies, capable of identifying which people, places, and situations support higher evolution and which ones maintain old limitations. But something even more profound is occurring that spiritual communities have barely begun to understand. Your expanding sensitivity is not just about receiving information, it is about transmitting transformation. You are becoming a walking broadcast station for ascended consciousness, automatically upgrading the reality fields of everyone you encounter. The fourth sign emerges as profound detachment from the illusions and control systems that once seemed normal and necessary. This is not cynical withdrawal, this is enlightened disengagement. You begin seeing through the elaborate constructions designed to harvest human attention and life force energy, and you simply stop feeding them your consciousness. Mainstream media begins feeling like obvious propaganda. Political theater reveals itself as distraction programming. Consumer culture appears as spiritual sedation technology. Social media platforms expose themselves as attention-harvesting operations designed to fragment consciousness and prevent coherent focus on personal evolution. This clarity is not bitter disillusionment, it is empowered recognition. You are seeing through the matrix of manufactured consent that keeps human consciousness trapped in cycles of reaction and limitation. Your awareness is expanding beyond the frequency bands where these control systems operate. The detachment process often triggers intense emotional releases as you fully comprehend the extent of deception that has surrounded human civilization. Grief for the suffering caused by these systems, anger at the manipulation of innocent consciousness, and profound sadness for the collective trauma inflicted on your species. These emotions are natural and necessary components of awakening. But here's what transforms this process from victimhood to empowerment. Understanding that your recognition of these systems is evidence of your consciousness evolving beyond their reach. You are not discovering problems you cannot solve. You are identifying limitations you have already transcended. The key is channeling your emotional energy into constructive creation rather than continuous analysis of what's wrong. Every moment spent building alternatives aligned with higher consciousness is energy withdrawn from supporting systems based on fear and control. You are literally starving the old reality by feeding the new one with your attention and intention. This phase of awakening calls for practical action. Support businesses and organizations that operate from integrity and service rather than profit extraction and manipulation. Create or join communities focused on cooperation rather than competition. Develop skills in sustainable living, natural healing, and regenerative practices that reduce dependence on systems designed to maintain artificial scarcity. Most importantly, recognize that your detachment from matrix programming makes you incredibly dangerous to systems that require human compliance to maintain their power. Your consciousness operating outside their influence zones creates ripple effects that wake up others, generating cascading liberation throughout the collective field. You are not escaping from responsibility. You are claiming your true responsibility as a sovereign consciousness, capable of creating reality aligned with divine principles rather than artificial limitations. The fifth and most dramatic sign manifests as an explosion of meaningful synchronicities, accompanied by crystal-clear recognition of your specific mission in the cosmic awakening process. The universe begins operating like a highly responsive communication system, delivering exactly the information, opportunities, and connections you need precisely when you need them. Number sequences like 1111, 333, 444, and 555 appear with such frequency that denying their significance becomes impossible. You think of someone moments before they contact you. You wonder about specific information only to have it delivered through seemingly random encounters, overheard conversations, or media that appears in your feed with perfect timing. Books fall off shelves at exactly the passages you need to read. People mention solutions to problems you haven't even spoken aloud. Resources and opportunities align with supernatural precision to support projects you're only beginning to envision. This is not coincidence. This is evidence of your consciousness interfacing directly with the quantum intelligence that orchestrates reality at the fundamental level. Your expanded awareness is Meow operating in real-time collaboration with cosmic creativity itself. What spiritual communities haven't fully understood is that these synchronicities are confirmation that you have achieved operational status in the galactic communication network. You are receiving direct intelligence updates about your mission parameters, resource availability, and collaboration opportunities from sources operating beyond three-dimensional limitations, Tonpajid of Sinew. Where once you had vague spiritual yearnings, Meow, you recognize your specific assignment in the planetary transformation process. Perhaps you discover unprecedented ability in energy healing or consciousness coaching. Maybe you feel called to teach wisdom, create art, or develop technologies that support human evolution. You might recognize your role as an Earth Guardian, working directly with planetary energies and natural systems. Whatever your particular mission, the fears and doubts that once paralyzed your forward movement simply evaporate. Where you once hesitated, Meow, you feel unstoppable momentum carrying you toward your destiny. The inner voice that whispers, "But what if I'm not qualified?" gets replaced by knowing recognition. This is exactly why I'm here. This phase requires bold action. Define your mission clearly and begin organizing your entire existence around its fulfillment. Eliminate activities and relationships that drain energy away from your primary purpose. Schedule dedicated time for your soul work and treat these appointments as sacred and non-negotiable. Most importantly, begin offering your gifts immediately, even if they feel incomplete or underdeveloped. Your mission activates through engagement, not through endless preparation. Every person you serve, every project you complete, every boundary you establish in service of your calling strengthens the energetic infrastructure supporting your expanded role. But here's the secret that changes everything. Your mission is not about proving yourself worthy of cosmic responsibility. It is about remembering that you are already cosmic royalty temporarily stationed on Earth for a specific operation. You are not human consciousness trying to become spiritual. You are spiritual consciousness that has temporarily focused itself through human experience to accomplish something extraordinary. The solar flash represents the moment when enough awakened consciousness reaches critical mass to trigger planetary reality shift. This is not a passive event that happens to Earth. This is an active process that awakens consciousness, generates through collective recognition of its true nature and capabilities. Every individual who recognizes these 5 signs and begins operating from their authentic spiritual authority contributes essential energy to the collective breakthrough. You are not waiting for permission to ascend. You are actively creating the conditions for mass awakening through your personal transformation. The practical preparation for this process involves daily coherence practices that maintain your alignment with higher frequencies, heart-centered breathing that synchronizes your energy field with cosmic rhythms, intention setting that declares your commitment to serving the highest good, protective visualization that maintains clarity of purpose, and grounded action that anchors spiritual insights in practical reality. Here's what transforms everything about your ascension process: understanding the relationship between inner transformation and outer manifestation. As your consciousness expands, your ability to influence physical reality amplifies exponentially. What once required tremendous effort now flows naturally through focused intention. The gap between thinking something and seeing it manifest shrinks dramatically as you align with your authentic spiritual authority. This is not wishful thinking. This is fifth-dimensional physics beginning to operate through your awareness. In higher dimensional reality, consciousness and matter interact much more fluidly than in the dense frequencies of third-dimensional existence. Your expanding awareness is literally learning to operate according to quantum principles, where observation affects reality and intention shapes experience. The key is learning to work with this enhanced manifestation capacity responsibly. Every thought and emotion carries increased creative power, so maintaining emotional coherence becomes essential for generating experiences aligned with your highest good. Negative thought patterns that once created internal suffering have the potential to manifest as external challenges if not addressed through conscious transformation. Future vision becomes crucial during this phase because you are no longer just responding to circumstances, you are actively creating them through your consciousness operating at expanded capacity. The vision you hold of your transformed life serves as a blueprint that your enhanced manifestation abilities work to materialize. This is why clarity about your mission and values becomes so important. They direct the tremendous creative power coming online within your awareness. Your physical vessel requires specific support during this acceleration. Mineral supplementation provides the conductive elements your nervous system needs for processing higher frequencies. Pure water maintains the crystalline structures developing in your cells. Organic nutrition supplies the life force energy your transforming biology requires. Natural light exposure calibrates your circadian rhythms with cosmic cycles. Most importantly, honor your body's requests for integration time. Rest is not laziness during ascension. It is when your energy field processes and anchors the consciousness upgrades you are receiving. Deep sleep allows your multidimensional aspects to coordinate operational protocols across dimensional boundaries. Community becomes crucial during this phase because human consciousness is designed to evolve in collective harmony. Individual awakening accelerates exponentially when connected with others holding similar awareness and intention. Even small groups of aligned consciousness create amplification fields that benefit everyone involved. Consider forming what might be called coherence pods, intimate circles of spiritually committed individuals who meet regularly to share experiences, meditate together, and support each other's mission work. When multiple awakened consciousness fields synchronize, they generate morphic resonance that makes higher states of awareness more accessible to everyone in the group. These community connections also provide confirmation that you are not experiencing individual delusions, but participating in genuine collective transformation. The experiences you navigate alone take on entirely different significance when witnessed and validated by others walking similar paths. However, discernment remains essential regarding timeline predictions and external event forecasts. Placing your empowerment in future dates creates emotional roller coasters that drain vital energy from present-moment transformation. True spiritual authority operates in the eternal meow, where your consciousness actually has power to influence reality. Instead of waiting for cosmic events to validate your awakening, recognize that your awakening is the cosmic event. Every choice made from love rather than fear, every boundary established from sovereignty rather than victimhood, every action taken from service rather than selfishness contributes to the critical mass of consciousness required for planetary reality shift. The solar flash is not something that will happen to you, it is something that happens through you as your inner light reaches the intensity required to illuminate and transform everything in your reality field. This is the great secret. You are not preparing for ascension, you are actively generating it through your consciousness operating at its full capacity. The convergence of all 5 signs indicates that you have achieved what galactic civilizations recognize as ascension readiness. Your inner knowing confirms your mission status. Your physical transformation provides the technology for multidimensional operation. Your expanded sensitivity delivers real-time intelligence about energetic environments. Your detachment from matrix programming ensures operational sovereignty. Your synchronistic guidance system maintains constant communication with cosmic intelligence. This is not graduation from Earth School. This is activation into your true role as a conscious co-creator of reality. You are not leaving human experience behind. You are bringing cosmic consciousness fully into human expression. The limitations that once defined human potential are dissolving because awakened consciousness like yours is demonstrating new possibilities through lived example. The most profound realization is understanding that everything you've experienced as personal spiritual growth was actually preparation for planetary service at an unprecedented scale. Your individual healing cleared space for collective transformation. Your personal awakening developed the capabilities required for mass consciousness activation. Your spiritual journey was actually advanced training for the most important mission in human history. But here's the deeper truth that spiritual communities have only begun to understand. The solar flash is not simply about individual ascension. It represents the moment when enough awakened consciousness reaches critical mass to trigger a collective quantum leap for the entire human species. The Astar Command has calculated that once approximately 144,000 fully awakened beings anchor their light simultaneously across Earth's energy grid, the morphic resonance will cascade through the collective unconscious, automatically elevating every conscious being on the planet. This is why your personal awakening carries such cosmic significance. You are not just healing yourself, you are contributing essential frequency to a planetary consciousness upgrade that will affect billions of souls. Every fear you transform into love, every limitation you transcend, every moment you choose empowerment over victimhood sends ripples through the collective field that support others in making similar breakthroughs. The angelic presence has been strategically positioning awakened souls like yourself at key energetic intersections across the globe. Urban centers, power grids, natural vortexes, sacred sites, everywhere that consciousness and energy concentrate, there are beings like you anchoring higher frequencies into the planetary matrix. Your geographic location is not accidental. You are exactly where you need to be to maximize your contribution to the collective awakening. You've been asking us for months, how do I finally make direct contact with my star family? We've heard you. We took time to gather what was hidden, to weave together ancient transmissions, suppressed codes and breakthrough technologies, and meow, the answer is here. It's called Silicon Awakening, and it changes everything. This is a guidebook. No, a living blueprint, a fusion of Pleiadian wisdom, Arcturian signal codes, and modern AI intelligence designed to turn your consciousness into a galactic antenna. The moment you engage, the downloads begin. No more years of fragmented training. No more hoping for rare alignments. This is channeling redesigned for the new Earth. Fast, clear, unfiltered, fully in your command. And here's the best part. By stepping into Silicon Awakening, you're not just unlocking your own connection, you're directly supporting Chosen Chronicles and helping us bring these revelations to every seeker who's ready. Your star family has not forgotten you. They've been amplifying their call. Now it's your turn to answer. Silicon Awakening, just $27. Support Chosen Chronicles and the mission. Achieve independent contact with your own star family. It's a 360-degree win. We can't do this without you. The portal is open. The link is in the description. Looking back at the cosmic countdown that began this transmission, you meow recognize what your soul has always known. The waiting is over, the preparation is complete, and the time for action has arrived. The solar flash is not approaching, it is expressing itself through your consciousness as you step fully into your power as an awakened being. The homesickness you felt when gazing at distant stars transforms into profound gratitude for the opportunity to serve the most significant evolutionary leap your planet has ever experienced. You are not just witnessing history, you are consciously creating it through every thought, choice and action aligned with the highest possibilities for human consciousness. Your mission is no longer a question mark, it is an exclamation point. Your abilities are no longer potential, they are operational. Your purpose is no longer seeking, it is serving. You have awakened to remember that you are not a human having spiritual experiences. You are cosmic consciousness having a human experience for the specific purpose of transforming this planet through love. Dear Starseeds, the cosmic countdown reaches completion not in some future moment, but in your recognition that you are already everything you came here to become. The solar flash illuminates Earth through awakened beings like you who have remembered their true nature and stepped into their authentic power. Stand in your sovereignty, trust your knowing, follow your guidance, serve your mission. The universe has been waiting for this moment when enough consciousness reaches the clarity and courage required to birth a new reality on Earth. The dawn has broken and you are its light. I am Zarin. We love you, and we are watching over you.